and the whispers of the earth. In a village nestled between rolling hills lived a boy named Fahad. His hands, even when small, knew the language of the earth, the scent of soil, and the subtle texture of dried leaves. His father, Hakim, was a healer, whose wisdom flowed from the roots of ancient plants. With Fahad's mother, Zahra, they dreamed he would carry on their legacy, a legacy that held the key to a cure they once sought for a dear relative, Mohsin. But then, a great sadness swept through the valley, and Fahad found himself living with his kind Uncle Tariq and his cousins. For a while, life was peaceful, filled with new joys. Yet, Fahad felt a quiet difference growing inside him. While his cousins, Samir and Zara, chatted about sports and bright city lights, Fahad found comfort in the quiet contemplation of plants. His cousins, however, saw his love for primitive herbs as something to be embarrassed about. Fahad tried to fit in, to be like them, but his efforts felt hollow and only made him feel more alone. He tried to find his path in the bustling city, but his village skills didn't seem to fit. He enrolled in college, hoping to find respect, but the abstract theories felt like a foreign language. After months of struggle and quiet humiliation, he dropped out, his confidence crumbling like dry leaves. Despair began to creep in. He fell in with a bad crowd, seeking quick riches, until Uncle Tariq, his voice heavy with worry, warned him to leave. That night, something broke inside Fahad. He knelt down, looked to the vast sky, and wept, releasing years of bottled-up sadness. He saw his young life as a tangled mess of mistakes. He yearned for peace. One day, his father's old friend, Rahim, visited. Rahim spoke of Hakim's immense knowledge, but Fahad, ashamed of his past failures and his village heritage, avoided the conversation. Rahim, surprised and saddened, soon left. Months blurred into a haze of boredom and worry. Then, on a quiet afternoon, a strange pull led Fahad back to his native village, the place he once considered a source of embarrassment. As he walked through familiar fields, memories of his father's gentle lessons flooded back, separating seeds, identifying leaves. It was a month of rediscovery. One afternoon, at Rahim's house, he saw it, his father's small, old wooden box. Inside were notebooks, dried herbs, and a worn map. A treasure beyond measure. Fahad asked for it, but Rahim shook his head. "I remember the day you were ashamed of your father's work, Fahad," he said softly. The words stung. Over the next few weeks, through small, unexpected moments, a neighbor's child with a cough he instinctively knew how to treat, an old woman's back pain soothed by a roadside weed, a conversation with a local healer who praised his father's forgotten techniques, Fahad was forced to confront his own ignorance and pride. He finally understood. The box was not just his father's belongings. It was his inheritance, his destiny. His true potential had never been about shortcuts or trying to be someone he wasn't. It was about embracing the very thing he had been so ashamed of. The path ahead was long, but Fahad was finally ready to walk it, guided by the whispers of the earth.